You're joking. Heather has accused me of murdering Susan Baldwin.
Looks that way.
Oh, this is preposterous.
Stranger things have happened.
Yes, and most of them Heather is responsible for. But this one really does take the cake. Oh, you believe her?
Look, I believe everyone and no one.
You seriously are going to tell me you believe the word of a card-carrying lunatic? Someone who has been committed to an insane asylum, who within that insane asylum even tried to murder a nurse. I mean, what has happened to credibility?
Monica, this is a criminal investigation. I listen to everyone, and I consider anything that's even remotely possible.
Including the ridiculous idea that I killed Susan Baldwin.
Among others.
I don't believe this.
You'll get used to it.
No, I won't. No, I doubt if I ever will. But then I really don't have much choice, do I? Well, what happens now? Unlike your so-called witness, I'm kind of new at this game. So what are you going to do, arrest me?
Arrest you?
What, if you think I'm grateful for that?
Not yet, anyway.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means I'm going to watch you very closely. I intend to pull out all stops on this investigation, and I want, and I'm going to get, a solid case.
I hope you do.
I'm not doing it for you.
You should be. You should be. You should be building a case on facts instead of lies and guesswork. And you're going to find yourself right back to where you started from, looking straight into the eyes of Susan's charming husband and equally charming cousin.
You think so?
Yes, I would. And I would put money on it if I didn't think this whole thing was rigged.
All part of the job.
You know, this is ironic.
My job?
No, my life.
How's that?
Well, you see, I have often wished Susan Baldwin dead. I've even said it. But then I'm sure you've had witnesses to prove that. But I never in my wildest dreams expected to have her more trouble dead than alive.
Well, you should have thought about that, Monica, before you were...
What? Killed her? No go, Commissioner. I'm awfully sorry. Because if you intend to get a confession from me, you're never going to solve this case.
Whew. Wow. Afternoon there, Bert.
Hi, Commish. You sound a little out of breath. Did I catch you in the middle of your exercise routine?
Yeah, you sort of did.
Oh, sorry about that. You want to be careful, you know. That exercise could hurt you. You should try my routine. Easy chair, six-pack, and a Celtics game on TV.
And here's me under the impression you're always just naturally in good shape.
Hey, come on. You think this is easy to get? That's from sitting, more sitting.
Look, you didn't call me to give me tips on better living.
Yeah, actually, no. Somebody's been trying to reach you here at headquarters. I tried to take the call, but she wouldn't talk to me.
She?
Yeah, some woman. She says she has information about the Baldwin murder. She wouldn't give her name, and she won't talk to anybody but you.
Well, let's not keep the lady waiting, shall we? Yes, Commissioner Scorpio here. You, have something for me?
Take a look in the cellar at 66 Harborview Road.
What?
The cellar in the house of 66 Harborview Road.
Number 66 Harborview Road.
In the cellar.
But what's in the cellar of number 66 Harborview? You get that?
Yeah, I sure did. Hey, Robert, why does that address sound familiar to me?
It ought to. It's the Quartermaine address.
What? Oh, boy, what now?
Okay, listen. I want you to get over to General Hospital. I want you to find some witnesses for me. Anybody who will testify to Monica threatening Susan, maybe arguing with her, fights, whatever you can dig up.
Okay, well...
Get it back to me as soon as possible.
Yeah, okay. What are you going to do?
I'm going to check out a certain cellar in Harborview Road. Hello, Stella. Mark, come in.
Good afternoon, Commissioner. Do come in.
Thank you.
Who would you like to see?
No one.
I beg your pardon?
I'm actually here to see your cellar.
What?
Or cellar?
That's right.
Are you mad?
No, just curious, so if you don't mind.
And if I do?
Well, then I'll, have to insist. All signed and legal.
I don't believe this.
Check out the judge's signature.
But why?
Let's just say I thought you might be a tad reluctant to let me in without one.
This is absurd.
No, it's just routine.
Scorpio, you can't be serious.
Very. Now, if you'll just show me where the cellar is, I can go down there and then be on my way.
Well, what do you expect to find in our cellar?
I expect to uncover some evidence.
Evidence? That's ridiculous.
The judge that signed this warrant didn't seem to think so.
Well, what sort of evidence?
Look, if I knew that, I wouldn't be standing here wasting my time. Now, will you kindly allow me to search your cellar?
Why do you bother to ask? You're going to do as you wish anyway.
I'm just trying to be polite.
Look, we hardly ever go down there. It wouldn't surprise me if the door's locked.
Well, I'm sure Stella here can find a key.
Well, it could be lost.
I'll find some way to open it.
Commissioner, now, is this really necessary?
A woman is dead. It's my job to find out who killed her, and to that end, I will do whatever I have to.
Well, at least wait until Alan and Monica get back.
Why? I don't need their help. Yours either, for that matter. Now, will you kindly step aside?
Well, I could save you a lot of trouble. Yeah, there isn't anything down in that cellar that is remotely connected to Susan Baldwin.
For your sake, I hope so. Will you show me the cellar, please?
Right this way.
Oh, one more thing. If you're getting any ideas about leaving the house while I'm downstairs, forget them. I want you right here until I get back.
You think I'm going to hop a flight to South America?
The way this case is going, nothing would surprise me.
Doing out front. Has that something to do with Monica?
Never mind about Monica. She's not even back yet. Scorpio's here.
What does he want?
He's searching the cellar.
Oh, my God.
Didn't have much choice in the matter.
Why not?
He had a search warrant.
Good Lord, that means he convinced the judge he had probable cause.
Yeah, or forged one for himself.
That's ridiculous. But why would he be so suspicious, and why the cellar? Somebody must have tipped him off, but who? Shh. Monica!
What happened to you?
Oh, were you in an accident?
Oh, no, it was purely intentional.
What was?
I tried to kill Heather Weber.
Shh. Will you keep your voice
No,
down?
why? I don't care. Who knows it?
Well, you can tell it to the police commissioner when he comes back upstairs.
What?
Scorpio's down in the cellar.
What?
He's got a search warrant.
Wait a minute. I don't understand. I just left his house.
His house? What were you doing there?
Well, practically getting arrested.
What are you talking about?
Heather has accused me of murdering Susan Baldwin.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Do you believe this? She said that she had remembered me saying, I'll get Susan.
What does that mean? That's nothing. So what?
She also has remembered that she saw me leaving Susan's bedroom right after the shots were fired.
What? How could she possibly know that, even if it were true?
Because she told Scorpio she was hiding in a closet.
Oh, she just happened to be hiding in the closet while the murder was being committed.
Don't look at me. I'm not the one that had to listen to this ridiculous story.
You mean to tell me Heather said she actually physically saw you?
Yes. Do you believe this? I'm surprised I wasn't just arrested right on the spot after Scorpio bought all the pack of lies.
Bad strategy. You know, the old bit about give him enough rope. You've surely heard of that approach before.
So?
Well, you see, I always find that, well, you learn more about a suspect by letting them keep their freedom. You put them in jail, well, they go on guard. But outside, they tend to get a bit careless.
What has that got to do with us?
Well, you see, I wanted to wait until I had more evidence. I'm going to build a proper case with ample proof. Using little things. Like this. Wasn't it, Monica? Final straw, the thing that bumped you right over the edge. Yes, in view of the fact that it arrived 2 weeks before the murder, I can see what was going on through your mind. You thought that the affair might still be on, right, Alan?
Wrong. I bought that locket months ago when we were on a cruise. There was no way I could have known it wasn't going to be delivered until after our affair was over.
What about this little souvenir? How recent is this? Now, well, I just bet that the gun that made the bullet holes in this turns out to be the same one that shot Susan. What do you think about that, Monica?
Why don't you leave her out of this?
Too late for that.
Look, I'm the one that shot the picture. She never touched the gun.
To your knowledge.
Commissioner, this is highly improper.
Look, I shot holes in the picture. Me. I did it for a joke. Why are you making a federal case out of something that I did for amusement?
You know, Alan, I just wonder whether Susan would agree with you.
Hey, I shot a picture, not a person. There's a big difference in those two things.
I certainly hope so. Incidentally, why the sudden interest in target practice?
It relaxes me.
What? Or should I say, who is making you tense of late?
You know, this is really getting ridiculous. You're starting to sound like a bad B movie. What are you going to ask me next? Where was I on the night of the murder?
I happen to like bad B movies. And incidentally, where were you at the time Susan was being shot?
Wonderful. Now I'm a suspect.
Well, you're in good company.
Oh, you bet I am. Half of Port Charles will be behind bars before the month's over.
Answer the question.
I was at the hospital.
You can prove that, of course.
You bet. Check the records.
I intend to.
Nurse's station lobby?
This is Robert Scorpio here. Is Captain Ramsey around?
Yes, he's right here. Just a second. Captain Ramsey, call for you.
Thanks, young lady. Yeah, Ramsey here.
How's it coming?
Well, slow. Nothing much yet.
Okay, keep at it. Listen, while you're there, I want you to do one more thing for me. Check to see if Alan Quartermaine was at the hospital on the night of the murder.
All right, that's simple enough.
Okay, listen. Also, see if you can find any witnesses who'll swear to having seen him.
All right, I'll get right on it.
Thanks, Bert. I'll check back with you later. Well, I guess that should do it. I'll be on my way now. Oh, you don't mind if I take a photograph, do you?
Exhibit A.
You never can tell. Right now, I'd put it pretty high on the list. Thanks for your cooperation. Oh, one more thing. You're not planning on taking any little trips in the near future, are you?
Does it matter?
Well, it would to me. You see, I'd like to have you guys all around. I may just need to talk to you again. Have a nice evening.
Well, let's all go into the living room. We can use something to calm our nerves.
It's harder getting in here than Fort Knox.
Yeah, but I'm more valuable.
Oh, well, we could argue about that.
Okay, doors open. Come in.
Oh, thank you. Well, you told me to get back to you as soon as I had something. Now, do you want to know what it is, or shall we quibble about your value?
Both, but the news first.
Okay. Dr. Alan Quartermaine signed in at the hospital at 8:30 the night of the murder, and he signed out at 9:30.
So he was telling the truth?
As far as he went, yes, but what he didn't tell you is somebody saw him leave that hospital at about 10 of the time.
Who saw him?
Rick Weber.
Testify to that?
Sure, he said he would. And also, Dr. Hardy, the chief of staff of the hospital, said that he would verify that time.
Very interesting.
I thought you'd like it.
You know, if I was a betting man, I'd be looking at the Quartermaines very closely by now.
Yeah, they seem to get guiltier by the minute. What have you got?
Well, I'm still trying to find this Tolliver person. I'm not having too much luck at it either, I might add. I mean, I don't know whether the guy's still alive, much less hanging about here.
What have we got here?
Location of Crane Tolliver on night of Susan Baldwin murder, Port Charles City Jail. Charged drunk and disorderly, released next morning.